Live from Austin, Texas, with host Rosie Newberry. Local trends, shopping, and more. This is Studio 512.
All right, everybody, did you feel it? It was a touch cooler this morning, which hopefully means fall days are on the way. Of course, a great sip for being outdoors with the people you love is a nice glass of wine. And now winemaker Ron Yates is rolling out Texas's first premium box wine called The Get Together. He's here to tell us more about it. Ron, good morning.
Good morning. How are you doing?
I'm doing really well. Always happy to see you. You're just a fountain of information. And if I can I ask you what's happening with the grapes right now?
We are just finishing up harvest season. Have about 2 weeks left. We've got some red wines, grapes still hanging, a little Cabernet Sauvignon, some Petit Verdot. Going to head up to West Texas here later on and go get those off the vine and be done.
Yeah, I mean, you literally mean like that's happening today.
That's happening, yes ma'am.
So the whites and the rosés have already come down, but because of all the rain we got, you guys had to wait a little bit longer on the reds.
It's been a little different harvest season this year with all the rain. Yeah, we started right about the last weekend of July, first weekend of August. Got most of the white wine grapes off, but then came the rains and we had to let the sugar gather back up, let the water dilute a little bit, and so it's been a little spaced out. We're ready to get back into it and get it off and get it done though.
Well, I think people may not think all the way through the grape process, so you actually need some dry time in order for the sugars to be good in that grape.
We're the opposite of people in August. Everybody wants a little rain and relief, and I want it to dry up and let those grapes get nice and ripe and then get them off the vine. Then it can rain all at once afterwards.
All right, sounds good to me. All right, let's talk about your new boxed wine venture. You said this was a little bit experimental, but it's been a lot of fun so far, and so I just want to hear why you wanted to start this.
Yeah, well, the boxed wine, it's kind of, experimenting with new ways to package wine. It's really expensive, the glass and the bottles and the corks, and it's not very environmentally friendly.
That's true.
So we had a lot of extra wine in 2023, and we were like, let's give it a try. Most people kind of think of boxed wine as cheap stuff and, not necessarily good. So we thought we'd set about and try to change that. So we put some really nice wine from 2023. It's 49% Cab, 49% Merlot, and a little bit of Petit Verdot in there. Put it in the box, saves us a lot of money in the packaging. So we use that and transfer those cost savings onto the customer. So it's a great thing. We have about 4 bottles per box.
That was my next question is I've got no concept of size.
It's hard to tell, but there's actually 4 normal bottles of wine in there. And once you break that seal, because we shoot a little argon gas in there, which is inert gas that prevents oxidation. Once you break that seal, you have about 4 weeks. So depending upon depending upon how you pour a glass, there's 20 to 25 glasses in there, and once you open that seal, you got 3 or 4 weeks.
So like once a month.
Absolutely.
That's amazing because as I think most of us know, if you don't recork that wine bottle, you've got about 2-3 days before it goes bad.
Yeah, and that's we do that at home all the time. My wife would open a bottle, and if we didn't finish it, it was gone. And so this way, you really don't have to rush. If you want a glass on Tuesday, you don't want another one until Saturday. It stays good. That's
amazing. Okay, so there are some benefits, of course, of box wine. So we're going to talk a little bit more about that in a second. I do want to know, though, where the name came from, the Get Together.
Well, we were all together, had the whole staff together trying to come up with a name, and we're like, where are we going to drink this? Where are we going to enjoy it? Who are we going to do it with? And we really just kind of kept going back to people getting together, whether it's a tailgate, whether it's at the pool, whether it's at, out on the lake, all these places that people are getting together and enjoying time together with friends, family, and neighbors. And the name just kind of came out of what we were doing.
Oh, I love it. The Get Together. I think it really encapsulates exactly what you're talking about. Have some fun. Hang out with the friends and save a little money because you've got the boxed wine instead. So any other benefits that you wanted to mention here of boxed wine?
I mean, it's been, not only is it great for all the staying longer in the bottle, but you don't use all the capsules, all the corks, all the glass, you save so much. So it's that much better for the environment when using this way versus all the traditional packaging methods.
Absolutely. Okay. I want to try a little.
Yeah,
if that's okay with you. So I'm going to Vanna White this while you give me a little pour.
A little for you, and I'm going to get a little for me as well.
You know what? You're the one who's done the hard work. Might as well.
Yeah, here we go.
Gorgeous. And as we're going to take a sip of these reds, cheers, my friend,
Cheers,
to you.
yeah.
We're going to take a sip. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to do it the right way.
You got to smell it.
Oh, gosh, it's wonderful.
And we got these wonderful traveler plastic glasses to go with the get-together, so you can take them on the go and not have any glass to worry about.
And good legs, I'm
Good
seeing
legs.
on this
Yeah,
wine,
yeah.
which I learned once at a wine tasting. But Ron is really good about teaching people about wine.
And this box has been open for a couple days, and see how still it tastes great.
Ron, that is good wine. I mean, this is maybe sacrilegious to say, but I grew up in the church, and this tastes like a touch of like communion wine,
Yeah.
which is one of my favorite tastes. All right, let's talk about more boxed wine to come, because you started with red. Of course, you heavily rest on red to your vineyards. But also, you've got whites, you've got rosés, and you're experimenting with those.
Absolutely. So this project we released in May, or really kind of softly released in May, was just to see if everybody was receptive to it. And we didn't really know how. You know, a lot of people kind of take a step back with box wine because they think about old school box wine where it was cheap, not really good quality, just kind of the end of whatever they had they put in a box. But we went the other way. Super high quality grape, super high quality wine. You know, it's like I said, it's 4 bottles in there. You'd be $40 to $50 a bottle, and that's about the price of the box. And so,
Is it really?
$50 for the box, and you get 4 bottles instead of
Wow.
1. So because everybody's been so receptive to it, yeah, that's the plan. We've got some white wine cooking right now that we're going to do. And so next year we'll do a white wine, a rosé, and another red.
And another red. Okay, well, I'll keep this box with me. That's okay
That's
with
all-
you.
that's all right.
That is delicious. And you'd be the hero of a girls' night or
whatever.
some
Yeah,
sort of get together.
Wherever anybody's getting together.
Exactly.
Absolutely.
Okay, so I just want to ask real quickly where people can get a hold of it.
You can get it at either winery, at Spicewood Vineyards at Ron Yates, or online at gettogetherwine.com.
Right before I let you go, I passed by Ron Yates not too long ago. You guys are busy out there.
Yeah.
What is happening?
We're building a new tasting room.
Okay.
We're going to be done here in a month or 2, we hope. But we'll be able to do, we have a kitchen, we'll be doing a lot more food and wine pairings, we'll have some private tasting room, and really just a bigger space to help people kind of enjoy and what we're doing out there.
Well, yeah, I saw a big footprint, so I
It's
didn't
big,
know what
yeah.
was coming down the pike.
That's right.
I will say, just personal opinion, I stinking love Ron Yates wines. Okay, Ron, we appreciate your time
Thank you
as
very much.
always.
I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
For your own box and to get more info, y'all visit gettogetherwine.com or head on over to social media and follow at Ron Yates Wine. The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Power Swabs. Hey y'all, if your teeth are yellowing due to coffee, tea, red wine, or smoking, we might have a suggestion for you. Jeff Kraft says that you can get whiter teeth and a more noticeable smile in just 5 minutes with Power Swabs. Hi, Jeff.
Rosie, how are you? So good to see you and all the viewers out there in Austin. Great to see you all as well. But yes, so excited to talk to you about Power Swabs today. And in 5 minutes, you're going to see results. And that's what we want. We want results fast. But yeah, thanks for having me on today.
I'm so glad that you're here with us virtually. I told you if you're using Power Swabs, I've got to get some right now. So talk to us about Power Swabs and what it is that it does.
Yeah, revolutionary product that was created by Martin Geniger, a leading teeth whitening expert. And he had patients that would come in and he offered this only to his patients for the first 5 years. And then he opened it up the floodgates to the entire world and is going gangbusters. It's been really exciting for Power Swabs over the years. But yeah, it is such an amazing product. And what his patients had said, they want something from the comfort of their own home. They want something that's easy to use. They want something that's affordable and they want to see results quickly. And that is what Power Swabs has done. It has really been a great product for so many people around. And with summer coming up, Rosie, come on, we all want to have a big bright white smile.
Yeah, that's right. You get a little tan on, you get your bright looking smile, take some good pictures. All right, talk to us about how Power Swabs works.
So Power Swabs is a 2-step process. It's very, very easy. What you're going to do is you're going to get this in the mail. That's all you're going to get. It's going to be a 7-day treatment. So you're going to get 7 standout swabs and 7 whiteout swabs. And then we have another little product that we're going to give you for free. I'll talk to you about that as well. That'll be in the project or the package. So what you're going to do is you're going to crack this open in the morning before you go to work, before you do anything, and rub this all over your teeth. And here's something that some people say is like, oh my gosh, is this going to taste bad? No, I don't even spit it out. I actually just, keep it in. It's totally fine. It tastes really good. But you can focus all over your teeth and you can hyper focus on one tooth. And that's what I really like about this is you can hyper focus on that one tooth. And this is going to lift the stains first, and then it's going to hydrate the teeth, hydrate the enamel. And that is where the sensitivity comes in. And that's what people say they do not want. Well, Power Swabs is different. So then you're going to go ahead and crack open the second process. And this is the whitening agent. This is where all the magic happens. Same thing, 2 minutes all over your teeth. And that is it. You do 7 days. You're going to see up to 6 shades whiter. After the very first use, you're going to see up to 2 shades whiter, and results last up to 6 months. How do you like that?
Sounds good to me. And I think about, us hitting wedding season. There are going to be trips that people are looking forward to in the coming months. 7 days is pretty darn easy as compared to weeks of whitening because you had to space it out because your teeth got sensitive, right?
That's right, exactly. We've all seen the trays, we've seen the strips, we've all seen these products. And a lot of the products, they do work, but at what cost? And that's the thing, the sensitivity comes in. And then once you use it and you have the sensitivity, you never want to do it again. But again, that is why Power Swabs was created, to get rid of the sensitivity so that you can have that instant white smile that you want, again, after the very first use. 2 shades whiter. And here's a great thing about this and what separates it. And people ask all the time because I've got veneers and it works on all dental surfaces. It works on crowns, caps, wooden teeth, natural teeth, whatever you got in your mouth, it's going to whiten up that smile. And that's what I really love.
Yeah, absolutely. This is always where I dime myself and I talk about it. But my front 2 teeth are veneers as well. And I was told they'll just be that color. I had to go to the tooth factory to pick out the color of my front 2 teeth. And they said that will never change. The fact that Power Swabs can work on so many dental surfaces is really surprising.
It really is. And it's something that, viewers that I talk to all the time, every single week, and people have asked me about, my smile. And yes, it just did not come natural. This came with Power Swabs. And I tell people, you've got to take a chance. And I'm sure you have viewers out there as well that they have a great smile, but they don't show it because they've got a couple of yellow teeth or all their teeth are yellow. And we don't want that. We want your viewers to try this. You've got really nothing to lose. And we're going to talk about this great deal in a second, but 50% off, I mean, come on, it doesn't get better than that. So again, we want your viewers to try it, and it's going to last up to 6 months. It's a really great deal.
Absolutely. One last thing I will mention is that with those strips, which I think are one of the most popular things out there, is that you don't get all the way to the back teeth. So the fact that that little cotton swab can go all the way around is really good news.
It really is. You can get it. It's super easy to give. I'm touching the very back of my tooth, and it's really easy. And we've heard that as well. And that is the great thing about Power Swabs. You're going to see the stick here. And again, you can just put it on, and you just keep dipping it back into the solution, and that is how you cover your teeth. But again, the big thing, you're not going to get that sensitivity because we're hydrating the enamel. We're not just covering up the stains. We're lifting the stains. So there's really so many great processes about this.
Of course. All right. You did mention a couple of times a special offer. What do you guys have going on right now?
Yes, we do. 50% off. 50% off your purchase. You're going to get free shipping and handling. You're also going to get this quick stain out sticks. You can put this in your back pocket, your purse, your Volvo, your truck, whatever you got. So if you're going out grabbing a glass of wine and you don't have your toothbrush, nobody wants to carry their toothbrush around anymore. That's back in the day, old school. You just take this out, you're going to twist the solution, and you're going to put this on your teeth, and it's going to go ahead and maintain that white smile until you get home and brush later at night. So again, this is absolutely free, 50% off, and free shipping and handling. But you're going to call the number that's below, the 800 below, or the QR code if we have a QR code up for you guys. And that's how you're going to get this great deal.
Okay, good to know. Thank you so much for your time today, Jeff. We appreciate it.
Rosie, thank you so much.
The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Power Swabs. Welcome back, everybody. It's the green king of the tea world. Jose Gutierrez is a matcha enthusiast and the creator of Matcha Boys, which does drink pop-ups around town. And he's here to share some education with us this morning. We're excited about that. Jose, good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you so much for being here. And I'd like to hear a little bit more, if you wouldn't mind, first and foremost, about how you got into matcha. How did this capture you?
Well, I'm a Texas boy, a Southerner that loves tea, sweet green tea. So I naturally got into other teas, you know, the chamomiles, the Earl Greys, everything else. And then in 2017, I went to a trip to New York, and then I tried matcha for the first time, came back, and I couldn't find anything that, you know, I had out there. So I decided to, let's create something.
Absolutely. And then
Yeah.
you started sourcing. So you got really into it. I mean, that trip to New York was a matcha light bulb.
Exactly. Exactly.
So talk to me about starting Matcha Boys and what it is y'all offer.
So starting out Matcha Boys is obviously finding good matcha, good quality matcha, organic matcha, ceremonial grade matcha, out of the Kyoto region of Japan, first and
cool.
foremost. Yeah. And then from there, it's, it's baby steps from there. It's like, well, how do I start a pop-up? How do I reach out to people, and how do I get the word out, right?
Were you an entrepreneur before this?
Yes, I had
Okay.
another business. I come from marketing, so
Gotcha.
this is somewhat of a natural progression.
I was going to say, because that's a lot to ask of yourself. But yeah, it sounds like you had all the pieces that came together.
Yeah, and it wasn't until a little bit right after the pandemic that I decided to, let's go ahead and get it moving and do these pop-ups.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
You did mention that you get it from Kyoto, right?
Kyoto, yeah, the Kyoto region of Japan.
But I was asking you off camera, hey, my initial thought about matcha is that it probably comes from China. You said that was actually kind of something that the Japanese saw and said, hey, we're going to do this too.
Yeah. So it originates from China, and just like a lot of things, the Japanese saw it, discovered it, and they perfected it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They took their matcha really seriously.
Yeah, so a lot of the actual farms, the best farms around the world, are in Japan.
Okay.
And that's where you will find good quality matcha. That's where I went, and that's where our matcha's from.
Take me on the trip next time. That sounds like a lot of fun. Okay, let's talk about the benefits, if you wouldn't mind, of matcha, because while, it's this beautiful green color, you could maybe associate it with health, there are some actual health benefits going on here.
Yeah, well, first and foremost, matcha is a superfood.
I didn't know that. Yeah, I think of like acai and things like that, but I didn't know matcha was one.
Yeah, so matcha is green tea. It's just finely ground, and that's why you get this powder. So instead of just extracting the benefits from the green tea pouches that you get from HEB or Central Market or wherever, this is the entire green tea leaf, so you're getting all of the benefits. So there's chlorophyll in there. There is a compound called L-theanine, which, instead of getting all the caffeine jolt that you would get from a cup of coffee, with this, it's more of a time-released caffeine that is
A little bit more steady.
A little bit more steady. You're more focused, less jittery. No, it's just nice and calming.
And you also told me it's good for your teeth, which
It's
coffee and tea, which I currently drink, definitely aren't.
It's good for your teeth. It's good for your skin. And it also detoxifies your body, your
well,
system.
I'm going to need to get into it, I tell you what.
Yeah.
All right, so what drink are you making for us today? You brought some really beautiful little tools and things like this that I've never even seen before. It's something with a bit of a summer flair, right?
Yeah. So just these right here, this is a golden milk matcha. So
It's lovely.
It's golden milk, ginger, turmeric, a little bit of a maple, topped off with matcha. This is your classic matcha latte. So matcha and your choice of milk. And then what we're making today is a strawberry matcha.
Okay, all right. I'm going to try and scoot things out of the way the best I can. So you've got this beautiful little, I don't even know what you would call this container, but you take the ceremonial grade matcha out of there. And it's pushing it through the sieve.
Yeah, matcha is really fine. It's very, it clumps up together. So you have to sift it. You have to make sure that everything is kind of just declumped.
I was going to say it
word.
looks powder
but
fine.
Yeah, and it's something that you want to go ahead and kind of sift. You have to have water at 175.
I was wondering if there was temperature, expectations for the water.
And then, so the temperature at 175, that is more so it lightly brews it.
Okay.
So it brings out all the essence, the flavors of the matcha.
Without scalding it.
Yeah, exactly.
What is the name of this tool that you're about to use?
So this is a chawan, a chasen. And so, I mean, it's a whisk, but
It's a very cool whisk.
But
I really like it.
But this is the best way to actually whisk your matcha with. You want to slowly get in there.
So it seems almost like, I don't want to say like toothbrushing or something like that, but you're kind of going back and forth.
You're kind of like fine combing through.
Yeah, exactly. And so it's making the matcha more frothy. It looks like it's thickening it maybe a little bit too.
It's thickening it. It is foaming it a little bit. But also like I said, the main thing here is so it's lightly brewing the matcha with the water, integrating it all in. And so that when you're sipping your matcha, you're not getting this like chalky taste to it, or you're not getting clumps.
The flavors are well blended.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yeah. And I want to make sure we get to see the whole drink here because we're in our last minute. So
for sure. So your cup of ice, and then milk of choice. And then
you like to do oat.
Yes.
Okay.
So oat pairs well with matcha. And then we have a homemade strawberry puree. So it's just strawberries lightly sweetened with raw cane sugar and a little bit of vanilla.
It seems very health and wellness oriented.
Yeah. No,
that syrup looks good.
I want to make sure that everything is up to par as I would.
Absolutely.
To drink it, I would want to have it.
That looks delicious.
And then
then the coolest part is topping it with the matcha.
Yeah, and then topping it off with matcha.
Here we go. Oh, gorgeous. Doesn't that look amazing? Look at the colors in it. It's like an Italian flag almost or something like that. It looks really good. And I just wanted to ask before we let you go, I'm definitely going to start sipping on this. You've got another pop-up coming up, and pop-ups are kind of your go-to right now before your brick and mortar opens this fall, which is really exciting. So tell me about this weekend.
So we have Matcha House coming up on Sunday. It is cold plunges, Pilates classes. We're going to have a lot of other sponsors activate their products. And then, of course, Bar Peach is legendary brunch, legendary cocktails. And then we're going to be popping up with a special peach matcha.
Lovely. So is it a peach flavored matcha?
Yeah.
Oh, peach is one of my favorites.
It's delicious. So yes.
This is the best blend, by the way, of matcha I've ever tasted in my life. It's so creamy. It's so calm, because otherwise matcha, as you and I both know, can be a little grassy.
If
not treated right. This is a good drink, though. I would really encourage people to order this one. I am really grateful for all the education today, Jose. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Of course. All right, guys. Right now, Instagram is the best place to see where Jose is heading next. Follow him at Enjoy Matcha Boys and stay with us. We'll be right back.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by Serenity Mental Health Centers. Austin resident Brett turned to transcranial magnetic stimulation, or TMS, over at Serenity Mental Health Centers after struggling with the daily weight of mental health challenges. He, alongside psychiatric nurse practitioner Jeff Twist, is here to tell us about how Serenity Mental Health Centers can help make a difference. Jeff, can you tell us what TMS is and who's a good candidate for this?
TMS is transcranial magnetic stimulation, and it is an MRI-like intervention that clears blocked neural pathways. We've seen patients experience symptom relief with various conditions ranging from anxiety and depression to OCD, PTSD, ADHD, insomnia. So a lot of people.
Yeah. Brett, I love that you're here because we get to learn a little bit more about your story. So can you share with our viewers just a little bit about your personal mental health journey?
Well, my whole life I dealt with depression, anger, rage, and I had no idea where it came from. And as I grew older, into my 20s, 30s, it just kept getting worse. Last year I got clarity where I was diagnosed with CPTSD. And even with different types of medications and therapies, nothing seemed to work. It just got worse. But the team at Serenity really gave me the confidence that this is something that is going to change my life, and boy, did it.
What are some of the biggest changes you've seen in yourself?
Oh man, I can actually, for the first time in my life, be able to process all of the emotions that I'm feeling. And I have so much extra bandwidth to where I can just think through everything that's being thrown at me and analyze my thoughts, my feelings. It's given me control of my life. It's the answer that I personally have been looking for with anger and depression. And anybody who is struggling with that, this is definitely worth looking into because it most definitely could change your life.
Yeah. Jeff, Brett is the perfect example of how this really can improve our lives, but I'm curious, how does TMS kind of help regulate emotions?
Well, TMS regulates emotions by gently stimulating the parts of the brain that are responsible for controlling mood. What TMS does is it wakes up those neural circuits.
Jeff, can you tell me where patients can find Serenity clinics?
Yes, we have a Serenity clinic right here in Austin and throughout the state of Texas and nationwide.
All right, very good. Jeff, Brett, thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Take back your life. Learn more now at serenitymentalhealthcenters.com/Austin. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by Serenity Mental Health Centers. And welcome back. Women deserve to be celebrated and empowered, and that's exactly what's happening at the You, Me, She Fest right here in Austin on September 13th. So joining us now is event specialist Rihanna Campbell alongside the lady behind Mixed Fashion, Jada Taylor. Hi ladies, how are you?
Howdy.
Hello.
Okay, you guys, I'm so excited for this event and also getting to know a little bit more about what you do, Jada. But Rihanna, let's start with you. Just tell people what exactly is You, Me, She Fest.
Yeah, You Me She Fest is a women's exclusive organization based out of Austin, founded by Tiffany Scott. And she has a really successful history of creating these women empowered spaces.
Yeah.
So this is the biggest adventure that she's embarked on, and we're really excited to bring our first annual women's exclusive festival to Austin.
Yeah, and like you said, I know you guys have hosted really successful events in the past, but like, how did the idea for this big festival kind of originate?
I mean, one day we planned for it to be a 3-day eventually. So
Yeah.
we started with our self-love gala in February last year, and then we had our Celebrate Your Cellulite pool party in August. So it was all a workup to this big festival that encompasses all of those things. We have the pool party, we have workshops, we have music. So it's just a place for everyone, all women to feel safe and excited in a place where they can be themselves.
Yeah. One of the coolest aspects, I guess, of this event, I think personally, is like how much you're highlighting cool women and what they're doing out there, right? Between music and vendors like Jada and other cool things. So for attendees, what can they expect if they're coming to the event?
Yeah, carefully curated experiences for sure. Like, especially with Jada and the market alley that we're going to have, it's all artisan vendors, even experiences like henna, ear piercing. So we're creating a woman's world. It's truly an empowerment playground.
Yeah, and I think that's so special and important, right? We need more spaces like this is what I would say. So, okay, Jada, Mixed Fashion. Tell us about this kind of brand, this company you've been building.
Yeah, so I started my brand 6 years ago, and I always say, like, we're a little bit street and country too.
Okay.
Colorful and fun. So I love taking like unconventional materials, making it into something dope. So what we're known for is making tops out of cowboy boots, like one right here. We do sequins chaps and then fun things like chicken pants. But I sew everything here myself, and we're women founded, owned. So that's why we're really excited for this.
I would describe your work as very unique, but also it feels like personal to me in a way, which I really enjoy. So like, why is fashion, specifically this type, like so important to you?
It's so important to me because everyone's trying to like put me into a category, like especially with Western wear, and I'm like, no, this could be fun. It's for everyone, and people love it. And so I'm just like, make it a little bit fun, make it colorful and stand out. And
Well, I like how non-conventional it is too, right? Because when we think of Western wear, we have one very singular idea in mind, and this kind of explores and, you know, it checks all the unconventional boxes, if you will. So why don't you walk through some of these pieces you brought in?
Yeah, so we're all about sustainability too. So people will give us their cowboy boots and we can turn them into something cool. We don't throw any scraps away. So here's like, you know, a top made out of cowboy boots. We have some up here that have fringe, and there's just all different kinds of versions, like this one right here. But what's great about our boot tops is they have a knit panel in the back. So it's kind of more comfortable. It's more like a t-shirt feel, and you can wear it multiple ways.
Yeah. You know, I always say too, I think like some women are, I don't want to speak for women in general, but I think people in general are like nervous to kind of step outside the box when it comes to fashion. Why would you encourage them to just be like, Who cares? Break the norms, you know, try something new.
That's why I say like mix is for everyone, like who wants to celebrate themselves, their individuality. And so we always have something here for someone. And you can like wear it different ways. So maybe you could like wear a button down underneath here, like do anything you want. I mean, there's something here for everyone.
Yeah, I think that's really cool. Okay, Rihanna, so the other cool thing is we have a very special code for viewers watching right now if they want to attend the You, Me, She Fest. Tell us what's going on with that.
Yeah, if you use code on our website, Studio512, you'll get 15% off.
Yeah. Okay, so tell us just a little bit more about the event. I really want to hype people up that are watching at home to come and check out all the amazing work you guys have put into this.
Yeah, well, it's at Rancho Moonrise, which is this gorgeous woman-owned 36-acre property ranch. And we're going to have our FemiClear Empower Her barn, and they have put together some really cool, amazing workshops, self-love crafts, games, and then EOS. The EOS team is flying in from New York to put on the EOS Oasis
They're
pool
not
party.
messing around.
No, they are not. And we're doing giveaways, fun in the sun, pool party. We've got our 20-foot stage, all-day music from female identifying artists, up-and-coming artists that have been featured on The Voice as well.
Oh, cool.
And we touched a lot on our market alley, and we're going to have women-owned food trucks. So from start to finish, it is a woman's world.
Yeah, it is a woman's world. Say it again. Okay, and then also something I noticed online is you guys are still looking for volunteers as well. So tell us kind of what you're looking for, how that's going to work.
We're looking for a few more volunteers. We're super lucky that we have filled up most of those spots, but we could always use a few helping hands just to be a friendly face, whether it's helping with check-in or even just being on the grounds, letting people know where the restrooms are. So it's, you know, easy hands-on experience.
Yeah, and you get to be a part of all the fun, right?
Yes,
That's the best part.
And the shifts are short. They're like 3 hours, and then you can frolic and play the rest of the day.
Yeah, and go check out Jada's work,
Yes.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, and then also, you know, we've talked about some of the successful events that you all have hosted in the past, but I know you've got more ahead. So anything you can tease for us, maybe for the end of the year or next year?
Yeah, so we are doing a few different pop-ups. We like to partner with different women's founded organizations as well, and markets and things of that nature. So we have like our self-love letter box that we like to feature around town where people can write themselves a love letter, and we mail it out throughout the year. So you can get a, you know, just a self-love reminder in the mail, a nice little surprise. So we like to do pop-ups like that. So follow our Instagram at Yumi She Fest so you can keep up with where we are.
Okay, very good. Brianna, Jada, thank you ladies so much for being here. We appreciate it. We're so excited for this. And if you're watching at home, to get your ticket and more information on this empowering festival, visit youmeshefest.com. And to learn more about Jada's incredible work, head to mixedfashion.com.
The following portion of Studio 512 is sponsored by the University Co-op. Don your game day best and show your Longhorn pride, all while supporting UT students by shopping at the University Co-op. Olivia Biaggi, Vice President of Merchandising, is here to tell us more about what's new. And here's a sneak peek. It's a lot. Olivia, let's start first and foremost with the space we're standing in front of, which is absolutely gorgeous. Y'all have stepped it up with women's wear.
Yes, we are so excited about this new and expanded collection we've put together here at the Co-op. So we know that there is a huge gap in the market for fan wear for women's. And so we've curated this wonderful collection. We've expanded brands. We've added accessories to it as well.
I'm seeing some really cute accessories, bags, pins, all sorts of things.
Yes, the scarves. Everybody's loving the scarves this year. We're working with Texas X's. So they are Longhorn-owned businesses that we're buying this product from.
Downstairs, y'all have expanded space. Tell me about that.
Yes, so more square footage means more merchandise to sell, so more scholarships that we can fund for UT students. So the biggest draw of our new expanded space is that we've expanded our customization options. So you've been able to get custom jerseys from us for the last 2 years. Now you can get custom hats. So we have an embroidery machine. You can get logos on the front. You can get logos on the side. You can get a Texas hat and add if you want Texas sister, Texas brother, something we might not be stocking already on the floor.
And we've got lots of cool things for the dudes, and that starts with giving Arch a little love, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, absolutely. So we're just so excited about QB1 this year. Arch Manning, we have a whole collection. You can get t-shirts, you can get jerseys, you can get the custom Nike jerseys with his name printed on demand for you. And then our other big collection this year is we are celebrating the 20th anniversary of the 2005 National Championship. We're so excited. So we have a apparel collection that's really focusing on some throwback graphics.
And then you've got a couple more options. I love a varsity jacket.
Oh, we love this brand, Home Field. So new outerwear vendor. They have some great t-shirts as well, again, leaning into a really vintage look.
And of course, all this buying is for a good cause. Tell me first about what course material scholarships are, and then how y'all have been able to give back.
Absolutely, yes. So the University Co-op is actually a not-for-profit. So every penny of profit from all of this great Texas merchandise goes to funding scholarships for students so that they can get their course materials from us for free. Your purchases and your donations that you're doing in store and online is what makes all of this possible.
Okay, sounds good to me. Olivia, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Every penny of profit goes directly to course material scholarships for Longhorns. Shop in-store or online now at universitycoop.com. The preceding portion of Studio 512 was sponsored by the University Co-op. Hey, we are happy to be able to offer you some help if you're out there searching for jobs. KXAN has partnered with ZipRecruiter to help you find thousands of job openings in Austin and around the country. Just go to kxan.com/jobs where you can search thousands of new postings every single day. Check it out right now and get started on the path to your next career. We have a lot of fun here on Studio 512. If you missed any of our great segments, be sure to check out our website where we like to post the fun things we do. Our feed covers content like arts and entertainment, food and drink, fashion and beauty, home and garden, stuff for kids and pets, as well as information from area experts. In addition, you can check out web-exclusive content that you can only find on Studio512TV.com. We also love to post behind-the-scenes funny moments, outfit inspirations, and more on social media. Find us by searching for Studio 512 on your favorite platform. You don't want to miss a single post. Be sure to follow us, check out our website, and watch us every weekday at 11 a.m. right here on CW Austin. During Studio 512, we're paid for by Power Swabs, Serenity Mental Health Centers, the University Co-op, and Pella Windows and Doors.